As far back as we know, our ancestors have lived off, with, and from the sea. Also, we don't inherit the planet from our ancestors. We merely borrow it from our children.
Welcome to Mare Harbor. This is the harbor of family of Staverstrand. Everything here goes about boat. This is where Leif grew up, with boats around all the time.
Yeah, when Leif was born, I think he was born with mariner genes in his veins. He was always interested in the water, even as a small child. We have 3 children, and here on our small farm, there's lots of room around us, and we're about 60 meters from the sea. The other 2 children, when they disappeared from sight, they always went towards the woods, up from the sea. But when Leif disappeared, I knew I had to go the other way to look for him, because he went to the water.
Me and my dad, we've always been creative. And one of the ideas that we had was in 2005, we thought of this electric boat that we wanted to build. And we started to look in the market, didn't really find anything that we liked. We want to go fast. We want to be able to get from this beautiful island to our main city and in just minutes. We didn't want to use half a day on a slow electric system that was available in that day. And that idea had a long time to mature.
Three years ago, we decided that Evoy needed to exist for me and for the world, and to bring down pollution from the maritime industry. We have envisioned to make our boating irresistible. And with that, we mean that we want to make the experience using our boats, when you come back from a trip or you go out for a trip, the first thing that you think when you come back in, I want to go back out. And it has to do with, a lot of those things come natural to electric boating. So it's just the silence, there's no smell, there's immediate power, and also there's no maintenance, more or less. So there's a lot of things that goes for electric boating that comes naturally, but we will also work with the interfaces and the screens and all of those things to make them as good as possible. It's important to understand that Evoy actually makes systems that can go into any boat. So it's not just systems, we don't make the boats themselves, so we are dependent on having a good relationship and a good partnership with a lot of boat builders. And we work together with them to address the end market, which is mainly commercial today, but will be more on the private side and leisure boat side as we go on. And that partnerships is extremely important to us, to make sure that the customer get what they want and that the boat builders are also happy with us. Sometimes we also work directly towards the end customer, especially when there's larger fleets, and then we bring them back to the boat builders. So you kind of work both ways, just to make sure that we get our products into the market in a good way, and that the end customer and the boat builders have a really good experience with us.
The main goal of the technical team for the near future is to develop new variation of our existing systems, as well as increasing the manufacturability of these systems. In addition to that, we have a lot of focus on how to develop the software and to make the software scalable, and also the design of the systems scalable.
The control system on board the boat is constantly monitoring all the sensors on the board. So if anything goes wrong, if a temperature rises, the user can get a warning on the screen. The data is also sent to the cloud in near real time, and it can trigger alerts on the Evoy side so that we know that this boat may have a servicing need.
We are around 30 people today after 3 years, and we have a clear trajectory and goals to grow even further. But having as much people as possible is not a goal in itself. It's to make sure that the people that you have on board has the right competence, the right enthusiasm, bringing the product and the company going forward. We focus on what we're doing, making sure that the products are as good as they can be, focus on certain segments to deliver to, certain countries to. If we did everything at once, it would swamp us. So I think that laser focus on what's the most important for us to get the company up and going in the best possible way is immensely important for us. Just look at everything else that's gone electric the last 10 years. And of course, boating is going to go in the same direction.